What's up, guys? Tszyu versus Murtazaliev. I'm gonna call him the Mad Russian because I don't want to butcher his name. People are already saying Tszyu got exposed. I don't think so. I think Tszyu has always fought. He's always fought the same way. Straight up and down, tough, sturdy, with a hard right hand. I think the difference was the caliber of opponent. What we know now, and I think a lot of boxers are sleeping on, is the Eastern Europeans. Mother Russia, comrade. The Mad Russian, the Eastern Europeans always are fundamentally sound. That's what we know now. The difference is if they have power or not. And this guy had power. Murtazaliev. Say that 3 times fast. Anyway, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Tszyu had a year and a half off after the Vendora fight, and you could say that fight was a freak accident, that he didn't really learn anything because he was on his way to knock out Vendora. Vendora, to me, is a paper champ. He was not impressive at all, and you put him against Virgil Ortiz, if he did a rematch versus Tszyu, if he fought Crawford, he would get murdered. I don't care. Like, that guy's, I don't think he's good. Like, I don't know the guy, but I don't have respect for his fighting style. Like, I just think he's a bum. But I digress. But what the thing about Tszyu though, after the fight is what was concerning. I know he just got knocked out. He was out on his feet the first round into the third, and honestly, the ref should be fired. Like, if he dies, he dies. Ivan Drago. This guy, you got to protect the fighter. That guy has a family. And even there was a point in the second round where the Russian, he was even shaking his hand, like, no mas, like, dude, stop the fight. It's not the opponent's job to stop, because he has to keep going, and it's the ref's job and the corner man. And finally, Tszyu's corner threw in the towel, which was the wise thing to do, but it was like 4 or 5 punches too late. But they interviewed Tszyu after the fight, and what always impressed me about Manny Pacquiao, like after he got knocked out cold versus Marquez, is the way he responded. Tszyu could have been concussed, but Pacquiao was like, yeah, it happens. I want a rematch. Like, he's a man's man. And I'm not saying Tszyu is not. What I'm saying is, what I seen in his eyes, he was mentally broken. Like, he was mentally broken. Like, I don't know who his team or his trainers are, but it's not a solid foundation. Maybe it's Yesman, because you took it. Okay, I have a year and a half off. Okay, my potential fights are Crawford, Virgil Ortiz, which are technical fighters. And it didn't seem like you learned anything. You would think you would take that year off, like, oh, fuck it, I'm off a year. I'm going to sharpen my tools. I'm going to get a jab. I'm going to get some head movement. I'm going to get some feet work. But you didn't. You showed up, and you ran into the iron wall. The Iron Curtain, because he's from Russia. It's a Russian joke. Yeah, so honestly, I don't see Tszyu ever being the same after this fight. It wasn't just the way he lost. It was the way he lost. It was the first round, but it's how he reacted after the fight. He didn't know where he was at. He didn't say, fired up, or he looked defeated, which he was, but mentally defeated. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know where I am. It's like, bro, like, they should never even let him talk. But I think after he sees a knockout like that, where you were just dismantled within 3 rounds, that's gonna mess up anybody's psyche. So hopefully he has a speedy recovery. The Mad Russian, I don't think Crawford would fight him. I think he learned from his last fight that, it's not worth it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think Tszyu needs to go back to the drawing board, but I don't really see a good future for him. So if you like this video, like and subscribe. Punch drunk steak.